up, YouTube? This is Nerd Around TV here with David.
Yep.
David.
Yep.
And me, JonKuh. And we're going to review Suicide Squad.
Heck yeah.
Alright.
So you had all weekend to watch it. So right off the bat, we're going to have to tell you this is a spoiler review. We're going to reveal stuff.
What?
No. Yeah.
I just saw the movie. Don't ruin it for me.
That didn't make a lick of sense.
Anyway.
So yeah, right here, if you haven't seen the movie yet, do not watch past this point because we're going to talk about stuff that happens.
And if you do watch it, it's your own fault. You've been warned.
You can watch both. It's still okay.
I have no problem if you're watching this.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, Suicide Squad. Right off the bat.
Yes.
Your overall impression.
Way better than Batman vs. Superman.
JonKuh says.
Right there.
Kind of renewed my faith with DC.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. It did with mine too. Especially.
That's what I was trying to say.
I mean, it got pushed up a little bit when the Ultimate Edition came out of BVS, and it helped fill in some of the stuff that didn't make any sense.
Yeah.
Showed us how elaborate some of Lex Luthor's planning and all that was in Ultimate Edition. So I was like, okay, maybe they're getting their bearings finally. Then Suicide Squad dropped.
Yeah.
The night before I went and saw it, critics already went and saw it, and they destroyed it on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah, I was saying
Put
Rotten
them at
Tomatoes gave it a 33.
When I saw it, it was at 33%. It's probably different now.
Yeah.
But the user reviews and all them put it around the 70s. Last time I looked at it with the popcorn.
Okay.
So that's where fans are liking it. It looks like overall fans, us obviously, we liked it.
Yeah, pretty
So
much.
of course we're going to talk about what we liked. If there was anything we disliked, I have a couple things I want to mention. It's like, yeah, it's probably not a good idea. And our favorite parts, really, just kind of fanboyed out a little bit. That's what we're best at.
Alright, yeah.
So that's what you're going to get.
Yeah.
I want to mention right off the bat, I like how it introduced us the characters, because this was just like Guardians of the Galaxy. It didn't have to give us a previous movie explaining them. It just dropped them and good.
Yeah.
However, this did a little more than what Guardians did. They actually did the flashback kind of stuff with the profiling.
Yeah.
They kind of gave each character a background. You kind of learn a little bit about each character's background, what they did, and who they was.
Well, like right off the bat, it'll say like, for example, the first character mentioned was Floyd Lawton, and there just had his name, alias, with like a little profile picture.
Little
info, like all his stats and everything, like a baseball card, really.
Yeah.
It's just like every single had like their own little baseball card, and I thought like, that's actually creative. That's cool. That's what I liked.
And then it showed us some stuff. They showed us
stuff.
the clip, No Money, No Honey. That was released before the movie came out, but I didn't know where it fit in, if it was going to be just kind of plain linear, shows all of it, and then they get caught, and then it opens up to them in the facility, but instead it was her throwing them back out, showing us kind of like an open lineup.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
It was great. And probably their best decision
Agreed.
to go about it like that instead of linear. So I knew the Joker was going to be very heavy in the past. I really didn't know he's going to be parallel to the main story. So I did like that. I want to call out though that the character played by Adam Beach, Slipknot, did not get a profile at the beginning. So the moment I saw him, or I already knew of him in the trailers, but the moment I saw him part of the team that goes in the city, I knew he was going to die.
Yeah.
I knew he was going to be gone. He was not important. They ruined that. They spoiled that. If they would have just given a quick little background thing of him, it probably would have been a better kind of moment.
Well,
I did not notice that. I honestly didn't. I didn't even catch that.
I did notice that, but like that's what I said. Well, because initially you do get you see the beginning, the prison in Louisiana, and you just see like the 3 or 4 of the main
Black Site.
Yeah, Black Site. There you go. You see like 4 of the main anti-villains, I guess, or anti-heroes.
Yeah.
And right off the bat, they get transported and they get sent over to Midwest City.
The evacuation center.
The evacuation center, and that's whenever like a van rolls up, and out of a bag that has a zipper, and then instead of unzipping it, they just get a knife and just rip open the duffel bag, and out comes Captain Boomerang. They gave him no bio, no info. All you do is see him get up and like just punch the first dude he sees. I mean, that's all.
And the van opens up, and that's where Slipknot comes out and just decks that chick.
Yeah, and then just like she had a mouth. Yeah.
I like Boomerang's line. I was playing Mahjong with my 9.
Courtney, he did a great job. I know some individuals who are like, I don't like him as an actor, but they see him as Boomerang, they're like, okay, I'm gonna check it out. Still kind of sticking towards the beginning of the movie, all those little profiling background flashbacks. We saw Batman a lot more than we thought we did. Or thought we were going to. Like, he legitimately, I knew he was going to end up on the Lamborghini from the trailer and the clips from Toronto. But I had no idea he was going to be the one taking Deadshot. Which Amanda Waller, she's like, oh, I told a friend who he was. And he showed up. And that was a very strong moment for that character because his daughter got in the way. Yeah. He probably could have shot Batman.
Oh, I think
if he aimed right here, boom.
I honestly think if his daughter wouldn't have stepped if his daughter wouldn't have gotten in the way, if his daughter wouldn't have stepped in the way, Batman would have went.
Probably.
Pretty much, yeah. But I mean.
So that makes me question: is this after BVS or right before BVS with Batman?
You keep saying that wrong. It's just BS.
Anyway.
Yeah. So there's no verses. It's just straight bullshit.
That Batman movie that happened to have Superman in it.
Yeah. But they weren't against each other, no way possible, only for like 7 minutes.
Roughly, yeah. Pretty much. So we saw Batman and a sweet cameo from Ezra Miller's Flash.
Yeah.
When he catches Boomerang.
In the vault of the jail.
The prison or bank. The bank. Wow, we were all over the place.
Everywhere but.
I thought it was a gym store.
I thought it was a bank.
He was vacuum cleaning diamonds.
Yeah, he was vacuum cleaning.
But banks have safe deposit box, and that's what it looked like he was pulling out and kind of vacuuming.
He was robbing stuff.
He was robbing diamonds.
He was not playing Mahjong with his man.
And no honor among thieves. That's the line, which gets says twice in this movie.
Yeah.
But whatever. Yeah, Flash. I didn't expect it.
Yeah.
Honestly, I did not either. But I mean, it was just kind of, it was cool. I liked it. You know, just. Good thing they didn't have like Jason Momoa just staring awkwardly at the camera for like 30 seconds. And then like
L'Oreal commercial.
And then like punching someone you're like down, you know, just like
L'Oreal.
Oh wow.
Alright, the bean go back on, man, because my hair will go everywhere. There was no back story kind of slip in for Katana.
No.
But there was for Enchantress.
Yeah.
Enchantress, I didn't know anything about Enchantress, and I'm a little more curious about how she is in the comics. But when seeing the trailer, you think she's going to be like the right-hand man of Waller kind of thing, especially when the clip showed where she transformed for the first time in front of the board meeting or whatever.
That was awesome. Like how it showed her grabbing her hand and she's like...
Creepy. That's like Conjuring kind of
like that
sinister
is like
level shit.
Sinister Conjuring level, but they didn't do it. I don't know why, but these guys beat them to it, and that was the coolest transformation ever.
That's just gives you it. You're like, ooh, wicked. I wish I would have saw the whole thing.
That was also some pretty good foreshadowing, too. Because she has control of this Enchantress.
The heart.
And then...
that Davy Jones bullshit.
Yeah, now she thinks she's got control of the Suicide Squad with her little neck bombs. I'm telling you, it was some foreshadowing, because she lost control of that Enchantress. It's going to happen again.
Well, she didn't have her for long.
Exactly.
How she got Flag into it. Scott Eastwood's character, right? Mm-hmm. She sent him to watch Dr. Moon, who got taken over by the Enchantress. I didn't know that. I had no idea that I thought he was just kind of part of the team. I didn't know he was going to be one of those who was manipulated by her. So that just adds another layer to Amanda Waller, as she's a mean bitch.
Well, I mean, like, Waller, you know, have you known her from like the comics or TV shows or anything?
Batman Beyond, oh my god.
Like if you know Waller from anything, you know that she's got her fingers in everything and everyone.
Yeah.
And she'll like twist you, but she'll play the good guy, but you clearly know she's not. I mean, even in this in the movie, whenever she was like telling her team, all right, now swipe all the memory from the files and erase all the data.
Those FBI guys.
All of a sudden she just pulls out a gun and it just pops all of them. Like, man.
Jeremy James had a problem with that.
Really?
When he did his review, he said, in his spoiler-free one, he's like, and there was one character that I had a problem with when something happened in front of him, he made the decision that I don't agree with. And then in his spoiler review, he said that was that moment, and I didn't agree with Flag, just like, okay. It's like, maybe, because if he did any kind of level of Black Ops, that's not unheard of.
Not exactly.
Yeah.
I would say that.
No, clearly.
He's military life. He's already kind of got a bargaining chip against him.
Mm-hmm.
He's in love with Dr. June.
Yeah. And plus, he works for Waller, and I mean, clearly he doesn't care about those people. So he's like,
well, she threatened him before that even happened.
No, I'm saying like he didn't care about that little crew that she was running with. He didn't care about them. I mean, he's a killer. So I mean, he's a soldier. He claims that I'm a soldier, but he knows that he's done stuff because he's Black Ops and he's seen things. All right.
I promise he did. So that's really the first act was really good. I didn't expect Enchantress to be the villain. Like, I'm coming full circle what I was saying. I thought she was gonna. You never see her in the squad in the trailers.
No, you
but
don't.
She was part of the trailer, and so you're like, okay, so maybe she's Waller's right hand man kind of thing, or her errand woman.
She can make a good errand.
Like a thug kind of.
Well, I mean, one hell of a pizza delivery.
Oh yeah, no, pizza delivery from hell.
So you know it's nice and hot and ready.
Oh wow.
Get in the flask. But she's the bad guy all in all, and she gets her brother, which I didn't expect. I thought it was going to be another alien situation. When you see the trailer and something's totally wiping out the train, or
the floating junk in the sky,
floating circle of junk in the trash in the sky, or whatever they said.
In the sky.
And then also that very prototype like arms and whipping kind of tentacles and stuff like that. Like in the movie, I think they called them hentai tentacles.
Oh my god.
Or something. Somebody called them hentai, and I had to chuckle.
I mean, technically, it kind of was an alien invasion because the Enchantress wasn't from Earth.
No,
she's from another dimension.
She's from another dimension. Yeah, I'm talking about like our realm up there, kind of thing. Not the interdimensional. I wasn't processing interdimensional.
Mm-hmm.
I really wasn't. I thought it was extraterrestrial. So. I like that. I like that twist. So then they finally come all over. You know, the brothers assaulting him. They're pissed off. They're not being worshipped. Whatever. That's a good motive.
Yeah.
The god complex from somebody who has powers. I find it believable.
Yeah. I mean, well, then again, most of these superhero movies, they've always done something like that too.
Something.
They're like, ultimate power, being a power is not getting worshipped like a god. They are kill all humans.
Well, except for Loki. Loki wanted to be worshipped.
Okay.
He wanted to be in control, but he wasn't like, oh, I'm just going to kill you all.
That's true. Well, then again...
Maybe that's why people like Loki more.
Yeah.
But...
Loki's the president.
What?
What? Who said that? Not I.
The operation. They were very vague about the objective.
Yeah.
So let's talk about all the way up until then. The action and all that. How do you feel about the characters interacting with each other and all that? Like, especially how the performances played, too.
I honestly thought the characters got along too well too quickly.
Well, they're all kind of like thieves and criminals and all that. And
bandit thieves kind of. They know.
I kind of believe it because they're like, screw the man, and we're being forced into something. We're all on the same plane. We're all on the same level. We got this shit going on.
Whenever they're like, the plane, for example, was actually a helicopter and it crashed.
Mm-hmm.
Deadshot was, went to Harley and said like, hey, we can take these guys out.
Mm-hmm.
You with me? And
that was
she's
the
like,
first match.
yeah. She's like, yeah. Basically, she's like, yeah,
I think
spread the word. So they kind of have to spread it out. They're bad guys. They know how to keep a secret. So yeah, that's the whole like. We don't have to trust each other. We don't have to get along.
We just need to get out of this situation.
We just need to work together because we're all trying to fight for the same objective, which is freedom.
Yeah, and I think he wouldn't have come forward with that if he didn't see her with a cell phone.
Well, he saw the text message
from Joker. So going back to, I didn't expect Joker to be parallel. It should have dawned on me. Harley is his thing. She's mine, my precious kind of thing. So if Joker was in any shape or form alive while all this was going down, he would still be going after Harley. And I like how this Joker's not like a anarchist. He's a mobster. He's not, hey, this is a job, I get to go do the job. Of course, I'm referring to Heath Ledger.
Yeah, or he's like, give me half of everything.
He's got the power already.
Yeah.
He's got the fear. Like, Common was in this movie.
Mm-hmm.
Sitting there. I love Common from Hell on Wheels. That's a fantastic show. Check it out. Common.
It was a really good show.
I love him in that movie, or in that show. And I was surprised to see him in this movie. I'm like, holy shit, all right. And that scene...
Oh, in the bar.
In the bar and all that, and you kind of see this form of Joker. He's not a full-on mobster. He's still psychotic.
Yeah.
And he toys with people.
What I like about the way he portrayed the Joker in this is you see the genius that is the Joker. I mean, the Joker's obviously fucking crazy out of his mind, but you see the genius that is the Joker. He's a freaking genius.
Criminal mastermind, a plan. He's like, here's how it works. This is like every piece of the puzzle is gonna fall in perfectly. The other movies don't really show that. They just show the anarchist, like, oh, he's got a gun, he's got a bomb, he's gonna go crazy, he's gonna kill people. This one, he's killing people so he can get to Harley.
Granted, Heath Ledger, we saw someone who can actually plan out stuff.
Yeah.
Like, he knew how to manipulate Harvey Dent and all that. This Joker wasn't about going behind the stage. He wasn't behind the curtain doing stuff.
No, he was right out in front.
He was a spear kind of thing. He just went for it.
Yeah.
And so he's like, okay, what do we need to do to secure Harley? Okay, she's at this facility. Can we go and take her out? Well, they're moving her. And she, I'm pretty sure, told her. It's like, okay, what's the situation? She probably told him about this. And so he's like, that's a problem. And I like how he went and resolved that problem. Instead of just barreling in like an idiot, this is my Harley, fuck, kind of situation. You see the higher thinking, the higher process of the Joker. Like you said, a mastermind. He's a genius. He might be, antisocial.
Batshit crazy.
A long list of other stuff that just doesn't help reinforce the genius, but it pops out in that moment, in my opinion. He just takes over that research facility. And you see another notch of his genius. I think he had that doctor's wife already grabbed her.
Yeah, and he had
the tablet.
iPad, whatever.
Yeah. This is like, that's another, like, you're like, damn, this notches within notches.
Yeah.
I was impressed.
Yeah.
Jared Leto, some people had complaints about how his little tics and stuff like that, stuff like that. And I was like, works for me.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I like Heath Ledger as the Joker. I mean, one of his best roles. I mean, big Heath Ledger fan, always have been. But Jared Leto brings out that other aspect of the Joker that Heath Ledger didn't catch. Yeah, that just, it's there. So, I mean, I think they did really good. It was kind of like the whole surprise with Ben Affleck playing Batman. Everybody was like, oh, is he going to be able to do that? Oh, he pulled off Batman. Great.
Oh, yeah.
So, I mean, with Jared Leto doing the Joker, I think they mesh well. It's a good combination.
I don't know. I think, like, the people that have problems with Jared Leto being Joker is the fact that they're just too much already in love with the Heath Ledger Joker. And they just couldn't give up that idea.
He's right behind him, man.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. They just, certain fans over here couldn't just accept the loss and, couldn't move on. It's a different style, it's a different character. I liked it. Personally, I thought it was a really well played.
You have to do something different. This is the same argument I make about Affleck's Batman killing people. You can't just keep rehashing the same shit over and over again if it's going on the big screen and you're making people pay to come and see it.
Yeah.
So when people were bitching like Batman don't kill people, it's like, first off, this isn't a young Batman. Second off, he's had it with his shit and he's already had a good layer of stuff happen to him. You get to see this like in his vault. You see a Joker fucked up his Robin, and wrote on it and stuff like that. So it might be the Jason Todd story. I don't know. This is a Batman that don't give a shit. So when people always, of course, compare to a previous role, Heath Ledger, Jared Leto, you have to do something different. And sometimes you have to go widely different. It doesn't feel too like 180. I feel like it's just kind of off to a different direction, but not totally different. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
a different face for the same kind of thing.
Yeah.
That's what you needed. How was he with Margot Robbie's Harley Quinn? Did you believe it between the two?
There was definitely a love-hate relationship.
I would say there was definitely something there.
I mean, especially whenever they showed the background where he's talking to her, and he's like, "Would you die for me?" And she's like, "Yes." And he's like, "Let me ask a different question. Would you live for me?" And then
I like that scene.
And then she falls into that vat of
the Ace chemicals.
Yeah.
And then that's where he fell in and got crazy.
Well, he also jumped in.
He was walking away and he stopped and he was like, "Shit!" Turned around and he went and jumped in.
Yeah, so, and that's the part when I was like, no, there's definitely something there because, normal Joker who was like, oh yeah, I just, like being around this girl, it's like, alright, he would have just laughed and like been like, oh, I can't believe the bitch fell, yeah. But this time it was like, nah, I'm going after this myself.
I mean, he killed Common without any hesitation.
Well, yeah.
I actually thought it was starting to diffuse a little and then bang! And he killed him. That was a little bit of surprise because you're confident Colin's about to get killed, and then it kind of diffuses, and you're like, oh, okay, oh, never mind.
Yeah.
This Joker, instead of Harley being his sidekick, you see the love.
Yeah.
He wouldn't have gone through all that trouble and then show up in a city that's in complete disarray.
Yeah.
If she was just a sidekick. So I like that.
Yes, definitely.
On the subject of Margot Robbie, believable Harley Quinn. That's what everybody was worried about. Is she going to be a believable Harley Quinn, or is she just going to be a sex symbol?
I'd say a little bit of both.
And you know, it's the big screen. Of course, it's going to be both.
I think she nailed the role.
Yeah.
I mean, she had that quirky, crazy.
The Harley Quinn moments, like, "Hi, I'm Harley Quinn.
Yes.
Nice to meet you."
Yeah.
And sometimes in the voice, you heard it.
Yeah.
I say like the little accent thing she was doing. I was like, okay, that's believable.
Have you heard her talk normal?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Australian and shit, and you're like, whoa, huh? Okay.
Yeah, I was just like, this is believable here.
I don't think they could have casted Harley Quinn better.
You know,
Well,
I
unless
honestly
they
could
got-
pick another one. Who?
Abby from NCIS. Abby.
I don't know if she can match the energy.
I don't know what her name is. I just know her.
I know the black hair girl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if she can match that level of energy. I haven't watched enough of it, but
Probably not.
plus, could she really walk in those shorts like Margot
Were they
Robbie?
shorts? Come on, everybody. They were not shorts.
That was like lingerie, man.
Yeah, that was pretty much something else. I mean, I like how
wouldn't let my daughter
they
wear
had
them.
a nice little homage whenever she first opened up her crate, and it showed her, grabbing like the.
She had the original costume. I
and
like
she hugged it, and I was like, oh, that's really cool, but I know she's not gonna wear that because this is
Daddy's
a
a
movie.
monster.
I like how everybody stopped when she was after she got dressed and she was like, "What?"
She had the hammer too.
The mallet, and
Yeah, the mallet.
I really thought that was cool. I really enjoyed their weapons too. Like they were very,
I like how Deadshot had his signature arm-mounted guns.
Yeah.
But I wish they would elaborate just a little more on how precise he can be with multiple ricochets. Not just one, when he did in the movie, and it looked like he had a smart ricochet plate because it had a camera and it calculated it for him and it fed all the information to his eyepiece.
Mm-hmm.
I want to see him legitly kill someone by multiple ricochets. Total pool trick bullshit. Because that's what Deadshot is to me.
Well, yeah, but then again, this movie, Suicide Squad, was Deadshot being a soldier on the front lines. So there wasn't no need for trickery. It was like, I am right here. Here's my, like protection.
One, like they're hiding behind the pillars. He could have been like, ping, doo, 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 and kill one of the soldiers or something.
True. Well, there's that, but I mean, like, it's just, it's more of a, he's on the front lines. Like I'm saying, he's like, okay, here I am. There's my target. I'm like my enemy. I'm just gonna go straight shot. I mean, that's what he did. He hopped on the police car, and he was, multiple weapons.
Then they all stopped shooting and just watched.
And they just watched this guy just mow these, creatures down.
I think that was more of a. He was trying to prove himself to that one guy because he kept saying, "Oh, you're gonna cut and run. You're gonna cut and run." And it's like, well, this is how I cut and run. And he hopped up in that police car and he just.
Yeah.
I think it was more of a.
One man army right there.
Yeah, he was like, bullshit. Watch this.
Really, his relationship with Flag really. By the way, that was Suicide Squad poster that we put here haphazardly so we could have it in the video. His relationship with Flag wasn't a progressive one. It was something happened and he went up a level. Like calling him on his shit, kind of saying, okay, well, I'll prove myself. Yeah. Or when the situation arises, like with Waller and stuff like that. Oh, okay, and he has to go up but he starts learning more about Flag and all that. And then the final one, the letters from his daughter.
Yeah.
That was when he said, we'll go and do this. But Amanda Waller as the main objective of their mission. They weren't there to deal with the hyperdimensional bullshit. They went to go get Waller. She basically used her own team to secure her own ass. That's what kind of person she is.
Yeah, they wasn't even worried about that.
That's not the objective. That's why it was like you could see it in the distance. They weren't heading toward it. They were going somewhere else. Did you guys think about they're being vague about this objective. She said this is the most important person, cannot die, blah, 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 blah. You thought vice president or something like that? Did you guys think that? Some higher up, but they were being all shady about it, so it was like maybe it's a cool cameo or something. And then boom, it was just Waller.
I didn't really care for it, actually. I mean, I did believe whenever they said she's a highly important character. When I really kind of did think, oh, it's Dr. June Moon, but like, not towards the junk or the trash in the sky. I was like, all right, maybe they're gonna stop somewhere and then walk it, lay it right there. I kind of did think that maybe, but then again, whenever it was Waller, I'm like, that is something Waller would do. That's,
it really is.
She's like that.
I'm glad you brought that up. I want to mention that. I think with some of the reviews, when they say the editing was choppy or weird, it might be because they showed us a scene when that, I can't remember his name, but the brother dude started wrecking shit and starting their weapon and all that. They actually responded to it, and you see Flag, the group, and the bomb, and he turns to June and is like, you gotta be quick about this. The way they edited that scene was you made it seem like she was going to confront him. That was the plan. Nothing with the bomb, really. And then he yells, she bolted. They cut that scene in half. Of course, that was a reveal later for Act 3, but I think I can understand why people went, what the shit? And then all of a sudden Flag's not dead, but like the bomb was there, he calls it in and stuff like that. So he's like, I don't understand what's going on. And it's supposed to be answered later, but that confusion probably stayed. I think that's where some of the bad reviews happened.
Well, yeah, but plus, I think people just went in there with like a negative attitude because they've seen just about any other DC movie out there on the big screen.
Their current
all their
universe.
Stuff ever, in my opinion, that I've seen on their screens.
The Dark Knight trilogy are all in the 90s when Rotten Tomatoes.
Okay, anyways, but
the animated movies are all up there. Like I think Red Hood is like 100% or something like that.
Yeah, well, I meant like on the big screen. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like,
I got you.
DC, cinematic universe, and everyone has a standard. We're like, okay, Marvel is funny, very lively, family friendly. DC is very dark, gritty, and like I'm Batman, that whole thing. But like personally, I think I'm gonna go watch the movie again in theaters. Like I
do.
I have no issue with that. I've never said that before. I'm just like, all right, I'm gonna watch a DC movie again for the second time in theaters.
Just that soundtrack alone.
Oh, that soundtrack was amazing.
Amazing. I'm surprised we're just now talking about it.
Bohemian Rhapsody.
It's a cover by Panic at the Disco.
Yeah,
you have you have Purple Lamborghini by Rick Ross and Skrillex.
I was listening to that on my way here.
I
had it on my phone.
I've been listening to the album on Spotify all weekend.
Yeah.
All weekend. I couldn't tell you how many times. Then you got Sucker for Pain, which has got Heathens. My bad. Heathens has got Wiz Khalifa, Lil Wayne, X Ambassadors, Imagine Dragons, and $.
Yeah.
That's a huge collaboration.
You also had some AC/DC in there.
Yep. It's not actually in the Eminem's on the album.
I thought it was funny because it started playing the Two Trailer Park Girls Go Round the Outside. I can't remember the name of the song right offhand, but
Without Me.
Yeah, and the whole time they're playing that, it should
It feels so empty without me.
Yeah,
that's the same song.
Okay. Yeah, I couldn't remember it off the top of my head either.
It took me a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, soundtrack amazing. It wasn't like a big old score, something that you'd buy and that's all you hear. The movie plays in your head. Instead, these are actual music, actual songs. And I guess that maybe how DC wanted to do it with this one, but I don't think it's going to be a trend for like when we get to the Batman solos.
Well, definitely
or
for sure
League.
not. I'm not going to be doing that.
Maybe Justice League might do it a little bit because the trailer got a good reviews. Even though it wasn't a real trailer, they're still filming it. It was a production trailer, just like what Star Wars had to do in 1977. They weren't done, or maybe even 76. They weren't done, but they had to have something to show. So they're like,
San Diego Comic-Con. There you go.
That it wasn't even for Comic-Con, but it's Justice League. Yeah, basically, I think that's like, we should reveal something at Comic-Con. Anyways, that's for another talk, some other time. Soundtrack, amazing.
Good.
Third act, the fights, and stuff like that. Did you feel lost in any of the fights? Too close to where it was kind of claustrophobia, or did it show a good spectrum to you? Was it wide enough to where you saw multiple action and you didn't lose track?
I think the action was perfectly fine on it.
Yeah.
The only person I really didn't care for action-wise was Katana. I think she should have done a lot more. She didn't do that much. She did stuff, but I think
she was just there.
Yeah, she was kind of like,
yeah.
Oh, I'm only going to kill when it's necessary. Oh, come on, badass bitch.
Well, she was
connoisseur.
she was like the babysitter. Like the reason I think she goes in the bar is because they went in the bar. Not that she was upset about the reveal. That's my opinion why she went into the bar, because she did follow them around like a babysitter. Then you have a little moment of her with the whole background, and Flag had to fill us in on why she's crying, why she's talking to the sword. It was like her husband got killed by that sword, so.
So she talks to him.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's because the sword, anytime whoever gets killed by that sword, it takes their soul.
No, I know, I'm just agreeing.
Yeah.
Soul.
I'm agreeing with that.
Soul-eating sword.
Souls.
You wanna know what my favorite thing about this movie was? One of them?
What's that?
Was the fact that Will Smith in this movie was not Will Smith.
Nothing made me think of any of his previous roles.
Exactly.
I think I mentioned that to you after I saw it.
You did.
It's just like you do not see Will Smith. You see Deadshot. They're Deadshot. That Lawton.
Yep.
Which I want to. We're in the city of Lawton. I say we should make a statue, and he should be our patron god.
You want a killer to be our patron god?
I mean, hey, I'm on game.
It's Lawton.
Okay, right.
For Lawton. Our town sucks. Twice. But yeah, no, you do not see Will Smith. I thought he was in it.
Mm-hmm.
I guess he had to redeem himself a little bit, like After Earth, that bomb. Yeah. Everybody complained that he wasn't in Independence Day, which after they saw it, they're probably like, oh, maybe it's a good thing he wasn't.
It's a good thing he wasn't there. You know, yeah, no.
Maybe it would have been a little better if he was in it.
No, I felt like he just went with it and was like, all right, let's just, I'm gonna be the, the serial killer. All right, with the, with an attitude. All right, sure. And he went with it.
No, serial killer who accepts credit cards.
Oh. I really did enjoy that part where he was like, all right, now you're gonna double it for being a dick.
Yeah.
I was like, all right.
This guy's gonna get a sore throat from all the singing he's about to do.
You got 5 seconds.
Yeah. Boom.
Liked it.
Loved it.
Deadshot was amazing. Margot Robbie as Harley Quinn, awesome. Viola Davis as Amanda Waller. We might see more of her.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you're definitely gonna see more of her.
She did it good. Like I've seen her play other stuff, like How to Get Away with Murder. That show.
Yeah.
There's a show that she's in with J-Lo, Lisa and Ellie or something like that.
She was also in The Help.
I haven't seen The Help all the way through. I've only seen bits and pieces of it. I'm sorry. I'm a terrible movie buff. Performances across the board. Courtney, believable Captain Boomerang, kind of really hilarious. And I especially love when he cracks open a drink when shit's the firefight's happening. He's just kind of backing away, and then a soldier drops down. First thing, it doesn't attack him. It knocks the drink out of his hand. And what does he say? Hey!
Didn't kill him.
I loved it. I loved that. And the unicorn, man.
Oh, that unicorn thing. I'm not really sure about it.
I think they stole that from Deadpool a little bit.
I was thinking Deadpool at first, but I was like, all right, I don't know Captain Boomerang that well, so is that a thing? Is there lore to that? Maybe he has a kid too. I guess I don't know.
Maybe
he's probably got a couple of kids. He just doesn't have connection.
Stuffed unicorns.
Or maybe he just likes, grabbing one and putting in his jacket pocket. Yeah, sure, why not? I really did.
I was really mad about El Diablo. That
definitely got to talk about him. He, from the very get-go, was like, I'm not going to use my powers. I'm not going to do nothing. Goodbye. Go away.
Yeah.
He has the most weight on him. Probably the strongest character in their group. Not only by powers, but the shit he's seen, the shit he's done.
Mm-hmm.
He's probably killed more people than all of them. And not all of them intentional. And when the ones most important to him get killed because of his thing, because of his gift, it will hit you. You're not going to be like, oops.
I'm done, I don't care.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm going to just wait to die,
Mm-hmm.
He didn't fight for most of that movie. He just stood around and watched the bullets fly and be like,
But when he did fight.
When Deadshot finally got through to him and all that, he did that first flamethrower roasting all of them.
Like 3 different floors.
Yeah.
Just burned them all.
Ridiculous amount of fire. But in the final fight, that full-blown Aztec devil.
His transformation.
That part was funny.
Dude, yeah.
After he transformed into that thing, he's going to fight, and if you catch it, it's real quick, but it's like he says, it's on, bitch.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, dude, I started laughing. It was great.
Was that Spanish, or was that
No, that was Spanish.
Legit Spanish?
Yeah,
okay.
it was Spanish. But
it must have been the voice because it didn't sound it to me.
Well, I mean, he is transforming into the devil himself, so come on. El Diablo!
all those Diablo gamers are like,
yeah, and then pretty much whenever, like he was like saying detonate it, he screamed out in Spanish. I don't know if you caught it that second time.
Mm-hmm.
It was like, oh, now you're fucked. And then like just, the bomb blew up and everything, so.
I heard that.
Yeah.
I did hear that.
Okay, so yeah, it was pretty fun.
Right when the bomb blew up?
Yep.
Yeah. I swear people are going to have a problem with like that decision and not Flag, but Deadshot making the final call, do it.
Yeah.
And then, because you'd be like, what, you just bonded, maybe people would have a problem with that.
No,
that all
was
characters to truly understand what he's going through, Deadshot might have thought, it was like, if I would accidentally kill my daughter, yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's his retribution. That's like, hey, I fucked up.
Mm-hmm.
This is my one chance to be a good guy in a sense. I'll sacrifice myself for the greater good, and all this weight on my shoulders is going to be for something, not for nothing.
Redeem himself.
Yeah, redemption. And and Deadshot understood that. He looked at it and he was like, I know what that is. I know the feeling.
I thought that was going to be Jeremy Jaynes when he reveals when he's like, I had a problem with one person's decision. I thought he was going to bitch about Deadshot being okay with his new buddy getting killed.
No.
Especially when he was like, I just lost one family. I'm not going to lose another.
Yeah.
I do have a problem with that.
That was like,
because it's been very minimum time together.
I think they said like 3 days since the incident, so they had
well, they were
less
all kind
than
of
that time.
Yeah.
So they had less than that time to just talk.
That's why I have a problem with the movie The Proposal. I don't think it's a believable love story. That's just me. Like a weekend, bullshit. I'm not putting my life on the line. Or
have you ever seen The Bachelor on TV? Okay.
Fuck that show.
Anyways.
That's fake as shit.
Now we got 12 people, and then one of them might be my lover. Anyways.
You watched The Bachelor.
No.
I have 12 friends. Or one of them
I
my
saw the
lover.
Family Guy version. Yeah, I was like, I don't know.
Sure. All in all, that final fight was pretty legit. I like how when they got their weapon totally ready, it wasn't just this stereotypical darkness is going to consume the earth. Even though they said that, it wasn't legitimately like everything's being destroyed in like a tidal wave of darkness or magic. It was precision attacks on military. She even said it's like, how do I take out your armies? And the moment she had Waller, she knew how. Just irritating.
Yeah, they had like a tentacle.
So they're taking out like the satellite.
Yeah, because they worship machinery now, not they worship machines. So what's the biggest machine out there? The military.
Well, you figure
Department of Defense.
More importantly, the U.S. military.
They're everywhere. They're worshiping machines now, not God. So, I mean, I think they said she'd been on Earth for over 6,000 years.
Well over 6,000.
And then you see the half moon on her crown, so she had a lot to do with the Egyptians and all that.
Even before that, if you ever seen 2001: Space Odyssey, Kubrick at the very beginning animation shows the silhouette with just a very slight line of light hitting the earth, and then the moon is a crescent and all that. That symbol is actually from an old religion, older than Egyptian. I'm trying to remember what it was called. It was like Zutarian or Zumatarian. Someone in the comics probably will bitch at me and be like, no, it's this. But he puts in everywhere in that movie, in 2001: Space Odyssey, that symbol of that, because that religion's base fundamentals was the constant conflict between light and dark. So when I saw that, I was just like, are they playing off of that? Like, were the creators of the Enchantress like that? I don't know, but she came from a South American civilization, it looked like. It looked very Mayan, Aztec.
Yeah, that's what I was.
So I was just like, But then you could get into conspiracy theories, or why does every civilization have pyramids of some sort?
Only 12 Mayans! So.
Yeah, so Enchantress was, I didn't like how she constantly kept moving. Yeah,
that was the whole Grudge thing, right?
Yeah, it was Grudge mixed with like the new version of Evil Dead, and it was the thing. I don't know if she knew what she was doing when they were like, all right, you're gonna be a witch. I'm like, okay, am I a witch now? Am I a witch? I'm a witch.
Wait, make my eyes glow. Now I'm a witch.
I'm a witch. All right. Now I'm gonna teleport over there. Okay, ready?
Maybe that would have been the bad idea. When the fighting actually didn't, she didn't stay in that form. She went back to like the grudgy.
Yeah.
I like the effect around her, that aura.
That little black smoke.
The particle stuff, It was
like, man, you need a shower. No, it was.
You're like Lionel from Peanuts.
No blankie. No blankie.
Oh, I said the wrong character. Who's the smelly one? Lionel's the one with the blanket.
Yeah.
Shit, I can't remember for the life of me.
Me neither.
Peanuts.
Final fight, legit. David Ayer, I think, did a great job. They all get locked up again. And
That pissed me off.
No.
It happens.
It's a Waller.
Yeah.
Anybody who knows Waller, even the base fundamental of Waller, understands she's like, I'm not going to lose an asset like this. She had a good pitch at the beginning. Yeah. Superman's gone. Next time something like this happens, which, i.e. what just happened, I need something to use. Gives her power, gives her authority, especially now that some of the shit got destroyed.
However, I did like the fact that they gave Killer Croc his BET.
Mm-hmm.
And a TV.
And the TV.
And flat screen.
And if you remember in that scene, he's laying on the bed and there's the TV up in the corner.
Mm-hmm.
Well, right here on his shelves there was freaking liquor bottles.
Oh, for real?
I didn't even notice that.
I totally noticed the TV, and I was just like, yeah.
And then Harley, of course, got her cappuccino.
Espresso
machine.
Yeah.
Deadshot got his visitation and all that, which was very sweet. Tied it all up into character.
Yeah.
It was kind of hit the feels a little bit.
Did, yeah.
And I loved how she was like trying to learn angles.
Yeah.
And she's like, so if you're on top of a building, you shoot a guy like here. And he's like, fundamentally that works, but there's a lot of other factors.
There's variables everywhere.
Bullet weight, breathings, and you're like, okay, maybe they're meeting a good middle where she accepts it, and it's still her daddy.
Well, yeah. Well, plus, I mean, he tells her like, "Hey, I just saved the Midwest city."
He did say that. He's like, "I want my daughter to know I'm not a total piece of shit."
Yeah, totally. And that's what more could a father ask for, I guess.
I like that. Flag is totally on board with that. He was cool with it.
Yeah.
And to save June.
Uh-huh.
That was awesome.
That's true. I mean, I forgot about that thing too. Yeah. But like, whenever they all get locked up and they're all going back to prison, and I mean, if you know
the only one who probably didn't get any cool deal out of it was Boomerang.
Well, yeah,
he was screaming too.
He was. He should have said something like, "I want a kangaroo" or something. But
so racist.
Yeah, whatever.
Or nationalist. I don't know.
Who cares? But. That, I mean, in the Suicide Squad, if you follow them or you know anything about them, there's more than one. There's always been multiple reasons why this Suicide Squad gets sent out for for reasons.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess that's just gonna open it up for like, hey, there could be a Part 2 sequel, or we might see them later on in some other movie.
Or at least that's what you originally thought.
What was that?
Until boom. Yep.
Oh.
SWAT people walk in, take all the guards out in the atrium where Harley is settled in.
Well, I mean, I'm pretty sure they're only taking Harley.
Maybe Harley might go, hey, I want my buddies. I want my friends. Joker might think of it as a good idea and be like, I'm sure he's got money. I'm sure Joker has money, so he'd be like, oh, cool, a hitman? Oh, legit hitman? Harley could even say something like, they saved my life.
Well, technically, he did save her life.
He didn't kill her. I missed.
Yeah.
When Waller tried to tell him to kill Harley when she finally got away.
Oh, that bitch is dead.
I love that line. I love Will Smith. I'm not used to him cussing like that.
No.
But it brings you into the character more, and you're like, yeah. Oh, you jokers must be crazy.
What about that?
All that. So they're connected again. They're back together. Joker and Harley. They get to go do the Batman solo stuff.
Yeah. The mid-credit scene.
They finally pulled a Marvel.
They did, finally.
Blatantly obvious Marvel move, which was, I sat through the credits. I usually always do. I don't know what I expect sometimes when I'm watching a DC movie now. BVS, I sat through the whole thing. Well, nothing. Okay.
More disappointment anyway.
I don't know why I said that cherry on top.
Anyways, this mid-credit scene.
The top billing, once that animation was done, right before the crawl, was that scene with Amanda Waller and Bruce Wayne. And I went, ooh, shit, yeah, okay. Sat back down and kind of watched this happen, and it kind of feels redundant because he already knows the people he wants to go after.
Yeah.
So what was the point of that meeting?
Well, you see you're getting the top secret book.
Yeah, which showed us a couple of the Suicide Squad, but then it went right into Arthur and Barry Allen.
Mm-hmm.
Boom, Aquaman, Flash. It shows us that, so that's a little tie-in to what he's about to do in Justice League.
Yeah.
But he already has some information from what he got from LexCorp.
Yeah.
What the fuck is that whole meeting about? It was a cool scene. But then when you actually sit down and think about it, you're like, what the fuck was the point of that?
I mean, I really don't know. I thought about it. I really
was he pulling her intel, making sure she can't pull no shit? Or does it have a couple more that, he only showed us the top pages? Was there more down there that's going to help us in Justice League? Maybe.
I don't know.
There's a lot more there. And I know
it was like this big.
And I know he said, if you deliver, you're under my protection.
Yeah, that was also very vague and mysterious.
Was he talking about Wayne Enterprises, or was he just talking about Batman?
Well, she threw it in there
She
like,
threw it in.
stop working nights.
Yeah, and
he just like looked back and was like,
You shut it down, or me and my new friends are gonna. That gives you a little moment like,
oh, they're your friends now, huh?
So you know that she knows that
More or
Bruce
less.
Wayne is Batman. She knows this.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, well, Waller, of course, she probably did. If Lex can, Amanda Waller can.
Definitely. Yeah. She's
So
the
who
biggest
else?
villain there is. Come on.
he's a menace, like Spider-Man. Who? J.K. Simmons is Gordon in Justice League. You guys know that, right? Who? J.K. Simmons, who plays Johnson from
Jameson. James Jonah Jameson.
Jameson. Why is it?
I don't know. Spider-Man. He's Parker's boss.
Bring me photos of Spider-Man.
Wait, he's who?
Commissioner Gordon. Gary Oldman's character from the Dark Knight trilogy.
Ooh.
Who works?
I don't know if that's
with
gonna
Batman.
work.
Spoiler alert! If you didn't already know that.
It's on the news.
I didn't know that.
I mean, maybe.
He got jacked for it too.
Really?
Google a picture of him getting fit for Justice League.
Really?
He looks like Master Roshi. Because he even has a beard going on too, and I'm going,
Hey.
why is Gordon going into battle? Justice League can't do it.
Commissioner Gordon can't.
JCPD can't. Watch my back, yo. He's not commissioner no more, man. He's Master Roshi. So I'm looking forward to Justice League as long as they bounce off of this success, and I'm gonna call it a success.
Yes.
Because it beat the expectations we all came in after we saw BVS.
I had minimal expectations.
I had no
Skyrocketed.
expectations.
Oh, damn.
As a matter of fact, I refused to go see this movie until I heard from him who's seen it before me, and I sent my wife this morning to see it first.
It's true. He cornered me. Cornered me and he had to find out. And yeah, I'm probably a big critic as well about it. I was skeptical about it because I am shamelessly going to be that guy who will compare it to Marvel.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody does it, and they kind of have a little underbrush kind of attitude towards it. It's just like I don't want to be that guy, but Marvel does it better.
Oh no, I'll totally be that guy.
I'm that guy.
I'm a Marvel fan myself, so
I'm sorry, but Nerd Underground is very heavy on Marvel. My camera just died.
Man, the camera is now dead.
Wait, oh no, it's back. It's gone. It's gone. We're just gonna wrap up then. So you're still listening to us. That was longer than expected.
What, you said 20 minutes. We're at 55. I mean,
No, we're not. Jonathan.
Right.
Yeah, he's like, thanks for tuning in, everybody. That was our review of Suicide Squad. Kind of lengthy.
Yeah, go watch it. I mean, this was a pretty good movie. I'm gonna watch it again. You go watch it twice. Let us know in the comments below what you thought the first time, then go watch it, come back the second time, and say like, alright, I saw it the second time, totally agree with what you guys are saying, or not.
Yeah.
So.
Just waiting for David to say something.
Alright.
Thanks for tuning in. Comment below, like Jonathan was talking about.
Like, share, subscribe.
Twice.
Twice. Go on Facebook, tell all your friends, tell your family members, go on Twitter, tweet it out. Go on Snapchat, Instagram, Facebook, all that good stuff. You know what to do.
You know what to do.
Exactly.
Do it.
Adios.
Bye. What the shit was that?
I have no idea. I was going to say something else, but it just didn't happen.
Good.
Alright, cool. I'll put on the carpet, alright. Carpet bag.
Carpetbagger?
Carpet bag?
That's rude, dude.
What? Isn't that like a salesman?
A con artist? Carpetbagger is like a con artist.
I thought it was a salesman, like a person that goes like door to door, like, hello, you need a vacuum cleaner.
Yeah, and it originally started as a scam.
I thought it was a nice thing, like Girl Scout cookies, but for like, you know, like not children.
What are you saying? If you're not a child, you can't have Girl Scout cookies?
No, I'm saying like.
That is obviously not true.
Exactly.
I meant like not Girl Scout cookies. You're selling like, you know, you're selling things like, hey.
What dude, you don't know nothing about the snickerdoodles, right?
Oh my god. Oh. Snickerdoodles.
Snickerdoodles. Snickerdoodles.
You know.
You snicker and you doodle.
I would say for the Girl Scout cookies though, it's the peanut butter ones that are good.
No, you thought you farted like your shit.
Actually, I like those too.
I would say
I forgot the name.
You just don't get a lot of them in the box.
No, you don't.
You
I'm
get,
not
you
American.
buy
It's a
Thin
good
Mints,
thing I don't get a.
Thin Mints though, you get like 3 packs in there,
I
or
got
3
too
rolls.
many of them in the box.
Oh, you do.
I don't like Thin Mints.
I'm saying you
I
know,
like Thin Mints. Have you ever blended them
with what?
with like vanilla ice cream?
Oh, never mind.
Very good.
I meant like
We should make something like that though.
alcohol. I thought you meant I was like what?
Bailey's.
Irish cream.
And rum chata.
Woo!
Dude,
I like the sound of this.
this sounds interesting.
Screw this video, man.
Today on Nerd Underground, we
Dude,
got
we're
very
already doing
off-topic.
spicy videos. Why not?
Why not? Just
Hey,
like,
give it a nerdy name and boom, it fits. You heard it here first. We're gonna start making alcoholic beverages named after nerdy shit. Like, wouldn't you like a cool Carillion?
Oh, the Millennium Falcon.
Boom.
There's you a fucking drink.
Something like that. Butterbeer. Mm-hmm.
It's actually really good. Have you had it?
I had a recipe of someone who tried to replicate it after they went to the Wizarding World of Hogwarts, and they tried to replicate it because apparently they got a bunch of chefs together, and then Rowling had to come and choose which one. She's like, boom, this one is like what I pictured, and so that's the one that's served over there.
hang on.
A friend of mine. Actually,
It's not actually alcoholic,
Oh,
but we will make an alcoholic version.
okay. I was gonna say, hang on.
Alcoholic version.
Hey, why'd you point at him?
Because he was holding up the
Oh,
beer.
okay.
alcoholic.
I was pointing at the can.
Okay, I didn't know. Like I was like, well, I'm not alcoholic over here with my can. It's not in my hand. We need assistants. We need like
We need interns.
interns.
Yes.
We need like
Well, you got the cats.
a key
Train them.
Have a whole fleet of animals like.
I think we'd be the only ones who have cats as interns.
No, we'll also have dogs and parrots.
We can't trust those parents.
No.
All right, fine.
Haven't you seen the pirate commercial?
Yes.
Yeah, you cannot trust a parrot.
Cannot.
Exactly.
They talk a lot of shit behind your back
Or on your back.
or on your shoulder while facing your back.
Or shit on your back.
Oh god.
Ew. Bird shit.
That's worse than talking shit on your back.
That's
It's putting shit on
Pretty
your
bad
back.
shit talker right there.
Oof.
Back shit talk. They talk
Back
back.
shit.
You know what? This entire conversation we're having, I'm putting in the portal screen.
Oh, okay.
What
Except that last part, because I mean,
last part?
That like we're gonna put it on the portal screen because I just wouldn't really be
Yeah.
fine.
Why would you put that part on the portal screen?
You won't.
You wouldn't put the part that you say you're
I was just
gonna put
telling
on
you
the portal
guys.
screen on the portal screen.
We had well over a minute. That's gonna be a long portal screen.